I'm actually filming something while the sun's out for once. That's new. I don't think I like it very much. Hey everybody, Wilhelm here, and today I just wanted to get on here real quick and talk about SpiritWorld because they just announced a new album, and I am ecstatic. Going into 2025, there really wasn't too much I was looking forward to, which makes sense. It's the beginning of the year. Obviously, not all the bands have announced what they're doing. People are just getting started, so okay. But of the stuff that has been announced, there really just isn't too much that I've been anticipating. I know King Diamond is expected to drop this year, and that's going to be pretty cool, but other than that, there really wasn't too much. However, that all changed when Stu Folsom rode in on his bony undead horse and announced Eldorado, the third album from SpiritWorld. I first heard SpiritWorld back in the beginning of 2022 when they were opening for Cannibal Corpse, if my memory serves. Might be wrong about that. I walked in halfway through their set and I didn't think too much of it. The costumes were a little gimmicky for me, which I don't really know why I thought that. My favorite band was Ghost at the time. Death Western inevitably came out at the end of the year and I gave the band a second chance, and I am very glad I did because I absolutely loved it. I thought the satanic desperado Red Dead Outlaw gimmick they had going on was really cool. Definitely not something that has been done. I think a lot of bands are a little too scared to rub elbows with country, but I had fun with it and I knew I had to see them again at some point. And the opportunity came when I saw them open for Creator and Sepultura down in Los Angeles, and I actually thought they were the best band on the stage that night. Got to take a quick picture with Stu at the end of the show, talk to him for a sec, which was pretty cool. And I think they had one more tour leg for the rest of the year, and they've been pretty much quiet ever since. But that changed the end of last year when Stu dropped Western Stars in the Apocalypse, and now he just recently followed that up with Abilene Grime, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And alongside that, he announced a new album, Eldorado, and that is probably going to be one of my albums of the year. Obviously, it's the first month of the year. It's a little too early to tell what's going to be your favorite. However, I am of the opinion that it doesn't really matter how necessarily objectively good an album is. If it's from one of your favorite bands, chances are you as a fan are going to support it anyways. And that is exactly what I'll be doing at the end of March when this album releases. But I've been having a lot of fun with the new singles. I think the art style on the first single was very unique. However, it does remind me of something. I just don't know what it is, but I like it. Obviously, it's a very cartoonish style, but it doesn't feel silly or childish. It definitely takes itself seriously, and I think that's really cool, especially when you have a band of guys dressing up as cowboys. And I love the acoustic opening of the new single. I thought that was a great way to sort of lean into the Western feel that Stu has going for the band. I think some of the criticism that I saw for Death Western is that was a little bit absent for a band that was priding itself on being Death Western. And based on what I heard, I think Stu heard those critiques and is definitely leaning more into it for the next album. SpiritWorld has also released a new line of merch, which I have already indulged in. I purchased the Hotter Than Hinges of Hell t-shirt with the latex cowgirl on the back. I absolutely love the look of the logo in the shoulder, and I think the design on the back is pretty cool. And I'm so excited I actually went as far as to pre-order the brown Carhartt hoodie. Again, I absolutely love the designs. I think they're great, so I tend not to order band merch the second they announce a new album, but sometimes you've got to make exceptions. I am holding off on purchasing the CD from them because A, it releases a month later after the merch and I want to get it early as possible. And B, if they do get the fires in Los Angeles under control, I will be heading down there the weekend that it releases to see Danzig, so I'll see if I can stop off at Amoeba Records and pick that thing up in person. But that's really all I have to say. I just wanted to come on here and gush about SpiritWorld for a few minutes because they're one of my favorite modern bands. I've had a ton of fun with them. I really hope they come up to NorCal when they inevitably tour again. I think Goldfield is the perfect spot for them, both from an aesthetic perspective and just because of how convenient it is for me. But if they go to the Bay Area, Berkeley, San Francisco, I will make the drive out to see them. But I appreciate you guys giving me the time of day, and go listen to SpiritWorld. You will not be disappointed. Yeehaw. That was so cringe. Oh, okay, I'm sorry.